Hi everyone, I am Engineer Chernier Sotero, and today I will be discussing the introduction to entrepreneurial management. So these are the topics to be discussed. First, definition, followed by the entrepreneurial process. So what is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is defined by the personal risk they take on in pursuit of a new business, innovation, or some other form of enterprise. In exchange for taking on that risk, they often profit most significantly from their enterprise's success. There is some debate over the exact definition of an entrepreneur. Some have a wide definition that includes anyone who works for themselves. On the other hand, others have a narrower viewpoint, suggesting that an entrepreneur doesn't just work independently for their own business, but their business must also involve innovation and leadership. So, what is management? So management is a process. It is a process of directing and facilitating the work of people who are organized for a common purpose. It is a process of combining the efforts and resources of individuals with a common interest to achieve a desired objective. So aside from being a process, management is also a function. It is a function of getting things done through the efforts of others. It is the application of authority and the assumption of responsibility. It is an art, the art of handling people, management properly applied. Give individuals in the same organization the feeling of security, of recognition, of opportunity, and belonging. So after we define entrepreneur and management, let's now define what is an entrepreneurial management. So entrepreneurial management is the practice of giving the innovation inherent in entrepreneurship a more solid management structure. Many new entrepreneurs have idea for businesses they want to start and or products they want to create, but don't know how to manage a small business effectively. However, managing a new venture and managing an existing company requires different methods and principles. So through entrepreneur management, we can manage a growing business without limiting the creativity or passion of a startup. So why is it important for us to have an entrepreneur management plan? Having an entrepreneur management plan provides benefits like uh, establish clear goals, coordinate actions, improve resource management, create performance standards, and balance risk. So how can we establish clear goals by having an entrepreneur management plan? So within an entrepreneur management plan, you establish goals you want to achieve with your startup. This includes short-term goals such as launching your first product and long-term goals like generating a certain number of sales. Having a clear goal can help everyone involved with the startup stay motivated as they'll know what they are working to achieve. In addition, it helps you determine what actions you need to take to reach those goals. So next, coordinate actions. So it is easier to achieve goals when everyone coordinate their actions. With an entrepreneur management plan, you determine what actions your startup needs to take and who performs them. Mapping these actions can also help you identify any missing actions before beginning and ensure that you assign each action to at least one person. So improve resource management. So how can we improve resource management by having an entrepreneurial management plan? So limited resources such as funds, staff, and time may be typical for a new business ventures since owners are working to grow a customer base is ins. Therefore, it is important for entrepreneurial managers to ensure that they are using their resources effectively. Through an entrepreneurial management plan, you can determine where to spend your resources before you commit them. This ensures you are using all your available resources and using them in the best possible way. So fourth, create performance standards. So how can we create performance standards by having an entrepreneurial management plan? So through an entrepreneur management plan, you'll define your desired outcomes and when you want to achieve them. You can use this as your performance standards and just if your business is on schedule. So, for example, if you set a goal to launch your product in 6 months, you can check your progress in 3 months to ensure you're halfway done. If you're not, you can adjust your methods to make achieving your goals more likely. And lastly, balance risk. So, an entrepreneur management plan establishes how the entrepreneur will balance their personal risk with their role with the company. So learning how to balance personal risk can help entrepreneurs better prepare for unexpected issues. So for example, it may outline how much more or how much of their own money the entrepreneur can safely invest. So after defining what is an entrepreneurial management, let's now proceed to entrepreneurial process. So entrepreneurship is a continuous process that needs to be followed by entrepreneur to plan and launch the new ventures more efficiently. So here is the entrepreneurial process. So first is discovery, followed by developing a business plan. Third is resourcing. Fourth, managing company. And lastly is harvesting. So as just like what I've said earlier, no, so this is a continuous process. So it is a never ending process. Discovery. An entrepreneur process begins with the idea generation, wherein the entrepreneur identifies and evaluates the business opportunities. The identification and evaluation of opportunities is difficult task. An entrepreneur seeks inputs from all persons, including employees, consumers, channel partners, technical people, to reach an optimum business opportunity. Once the opportunity has been decided upon, the next step is to evaluate it. So developing a business plan. Once the opportunity is defined, an entrepreneur needs to create comprehensive business plan. So a business plan is critical to the success of any new venture since it acts as a benchmark and evaluation criteria to see if the organization is moving towards its set goals. The third step in the entrepreneurial process is resourcing, wherein the entrepreneur identifies the sources from where the finance and the human resource can be arranged. Here, the entrepreneur finds the investor for their new venture and the personnel to carry out the business activities. Then, once the funds are raised, the employees are hired. The next step is to initiate the business operation to achieve set goals. First of all, an entrepreneur must decide the management structure or the hierarchy that is required to solve the optional problems when they arise. And the final step is harvesting, wherein an entrepreneur decides on the future prospect of the business, its growth and development. So here, the actual growth is compared against the planned growth, and then the decision regarding the stability or the expansion of business operation is undertaken accordingly by an entrepreneur. So this entrepreneur process is to be followed again and again whenever a new venture is taken up by an entrepreneur. Therefore, this is an never-ending process. So here's my references and the continuation of the topic will be discussed by Sir Ped Susito. So thank you.